Day. From Orchard Park, New York, this is the NFL on EA Sports.
And we are underway in Buffalo. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Second and 6. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 2 plays, 2 catches. You have a feeling they're going to look for him early and often, and that's to be expected. You got a player of his caliber. Why not?
And I think it's also a message from them to the defense that you're not going to dictate to us what we're going to do with one of our better players, because so often you hear about defenses saying we're going to take away what you do best. In this case, they're going to move him around, find proper matchups, and make sure they continue to funnel the ball to him.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, step it back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And the Bears are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? We're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. .31 yards on the punt there. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. 2nd and 2. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Back to throw here. Steps away to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's taken in by the tight end Fant. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Hester going to decide against a return, and they will spot this at the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. He'll look to throw. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
Able to slither by. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Buffalo set to get the football back here.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Bills. Noah Fant, 36 yards.
And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead grows to 10-0. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now Hester will get a shot.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
Let's go. 56. Mike, 56 right there.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. And the Bears 1st down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Here's Hester open right side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. They'll look to throw here. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. And to give this time to the tailback. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Second and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll drop to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
2nd and 5. This is the tight end Fant. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, the great coach said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Back to throw again. And that will be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And his kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Hester going to decide against a return, and they will spot this at the 25.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
To the left side and caught by Hester.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now back to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? He'll look to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Third and 20, and no surprise, the defense in the dime.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts?
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
The Bills offense now for one final time in this first half. And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park, where the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report.